Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I have things coming in the mail hopefully today, and I'm super excited. Like, every time I see a car go behind me, I'm like, that could be the mailman. And then it's like, wait a second, it's really early in the morning. There's no way that's the mailman yet. But if you see me kind of like, it's a Pavlovian response. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case today. I've actually had this item in my fridge for at least a few weeks now. I'm pretty dang sure that I got it. I went out to this little local supermarket, local-ish, not exactly close, but and they had like a really nice like international section. They had a bunch of like Polish stuff and everything. And I always like to go into those because, I find cool stuff, that I've never had before, and they're good for reviews. So I went over there, I reviewed like a sister to this particular item, a little while back. But what is it, folks? It happens to be, boom, it's Oshee, or Oshee? I guess maybe it would be Oshee. It doesn't have the thing over it. But it is a vitamin D plus K VAPN plus vitamin A, or vitamina C energy. Yes, it's a Polish energy drink. Yay! Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. Ha 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 ha! Sure. Yeah, man. So, like I said, I reviewed another item from Oshee, or Oshee, however you want to pronounce it. It was their lychee flavored energy thing. I don't know if it's like the same product with just a different flavor, if it's I don't know how the whole thing goes. But yeah, this is, I guess, the base one or something. Apparently 250 milliliters. It's got 12 grams of sugars plus 7 grams of added sugar. Apparently it's mint lime lemon flavor. Yeah, okay, so mint lime lemon flavor sparkling drink with addition of calcium and vitamins. Sure, let's give it a go. I've been meaning to review this one for like weeks now. I kept forgetting about it. Yeah, okay. Oh. All right. That's a hell of a thing. Okay. Okay. Let's dial in back a little bit. I've learned from doing enough of these reviews now that when I go to review a drink, it is always beneficial to not base my entire opinion upon that first sip. Because usually the first sip of any drink is going to be the weirdest friggin' part of that experience. It's like all the flavors are like bubbled up to the surface and everything, and you just get hit with it. And that was definitely the case. So it is kind of what it says it is. It's got elements of mint and then like a lemon lime. And in my head, that's like, oh, that should be like a minty Sprite almost. But it's not. The lemon lime aspect is weird. It's not like a Sprite or a 7-Up. I would say the lemon is probably a bit more prominent. It has like it almost has like a tart kind of almost, bitterness to it. It's not a tart drink, mind you, but it's like, yeah, but it's interesting. The mint is really fun, I guess. I like mint a lot as a flavor. And I have had Polish drinks in the past, like before I was even doing reviews, and they seem to like to incorporate mint into a lot of their drinks. I had like an apple and mint beverage, like juice drink at one point, and that was really weird. And then I also had this one thing that was like, I couldn't even tell you what the hell it was, but it definitely featured mint pretty prominently. The mint aspect is really hit or miss for me because, again, I love mint. I think it's like one of the best flavors, but you got to pair it the right way, you know? With this, it's weird. And it's like, I'm not sure if I like it or not. Yeah, because it has, like, again, it's not a tart drink, but there is, like, an almost sour bitterness to it from that lemon lime aspect, but it's sort of curtailed by the coolness of the mint. I don't know that it really blends that well, though, you know? It's like, I guess it. So, because when you go over there, you combine flavors. Ideally, what you're hoping for is basically one of two things. Either the flavors work together in such a way where they both sort of end up accentuating each other, and, so you get this, like, nice, elevated, flavor combination. Or conversely, they come together so completely that they almost form, like, their own flavor. And, you get to enjoy that. This, I think, is going more for the second part of it. It's trying to sort of blend, the two flavors together. But the problem is that they're not quite coming together the way that I would like. And as a result, they're not really... It's neither accentuating the things that it does well, nor is it becoming its own thing. It's somewhere in between. And it's just kind of weird. And, like, I don't know that I dislike it, but I definitely don't think that I particularly like it. Yeah. I think, I, I think that the idea of, like, a lemon lime mint thing sounds really interesting, but I think it's just the way that it's put together. I think the lemon lime especially, I just don't know. I don't know what they were doing to build that flavor in this, but again, it doesn't have, like, a nice, like, refreshing aspect to it. It just has, again, like, a weird sort of tart bitterness, and then the mint is, like, basically doing the best it can to make it pleasant. So yeah, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Even if this were something where we're just more widely available to me, because, like, I mean, I could go back to that store, but, like, again, it's not real close by. But even if it were, I don't think I would get this again. I mean, I guess the answers to the question would be no and maybe. For me, yeah, man, I don't think I would get this again, even though it's interesting. I'll give it that. I think it has personality, and personality definitely does, give it a certain amount of points. I've never tasted anything quite like it, so there's that. But it also, for being something that I never had before, I was really hopeful when I read the description, because I was like, this could be really good, Again, I love lemon lime, I love mint. I just don't think it came together in a way that really made it work all that well. It's not horrible or anything, but it's just nothing that I need to have again, I'll finish it off probably when I wake up for work later on. I'll probably go over there and down the rest of it on the way to work to give myself a little boost. But, yeah, I don't think I would grab it again. Even though, again, it's not terrible or anything. If I'm recommending it, though, I mean, it's a weird thing to recommend, because who am I recommending it to? Am I recommending it to the fine people of Poland? If that's the case, I mean, you're probably more familiar with this flavor combination. So I don't really know where to sort of work with that. I'm just going more off of kind of people in a similar situation to myself, probably more in the US or what have you, kind of Western palates. And to that end, it's like, if you want to try it, try it. I like the lychee one was pretty good, and this one isn't bad, but it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. I wish that it came together the way my brain thought it was going to. But if nothing else, give it a shot. Maybe you'll enjoy it more than I did. Yeah, it's not one I can go out of my way and say, like, yeah, no, you really got to give it a go. You could pass up on it. But if nothing else, it's an interesting experience. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there themselves a truly mint sprite-tastic rest of your life, because somewhere out there that exists. Some universe, and it's wonderful and delicious. I guess it could be like the Sprite Chill that's out right now, which, by the way, I've reviewed. Go look up that review. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your opinion on, like, Polish drinks and Polish food and stuff like that? You know, do you have a lot of experience with it? Is it something that, maybe you feel like you want to get more into? For myself personally, like, I always like trying this stuff. I have family that are, from Poland and stuff like that. And I certainly have some Polish ancestry myself. I always enjoy, the culture and the cuisine and stuff like that. It's just some of the stuff obviously isn't going to translate entirely. But yeah, and it's something, honestly, it's a type of cuisine I really would like to feature more on the show, because, like, I don't even think I've ever really, like, reviewed, like, a Polish restaurant or anything, and I know I have Polish delis around me. That's something I gotta get into. But what do you guys think about that idea? And again, do you have any Polish food favorites or anything like that? Have you had any of these, like, mint drinks that they're big into? Anyway,